So Ian, thanks so much. We got the Hurricane on here, UFC fighter, man, and you had some really special results when you came down. So, people come down for all different types of things. Clearly, we talked the most about joints and things like that, but you had some other health issues. We treat autoimmune, we treat strokes, we do also things. I got stem cells in my face. That's why all these wrinkles are gone. I got some hair growing back on here too from there. But man, the other day when you hit me up and you told me what was going on with your health, you got it documented with your doctors, what your doctors said for you. I just everybody just listen to the amazing results that this guy. This is life-saving, life-changing stuff. We all want to stay young. We all want to keep competing, but really, health is wealth. Working in the cancer field, unfortunately, I see young people coming down. They don't get to do what they want to do, be with their children and stuff. And that's really what we're focused on in there. And so, Ian, buddy, if you could come off mute, man, because I'm really happy for you. I'm really excited for you with what you have going on, and just just share, man. It's so cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thanks first off, Scott, Ed, and what you guys are doing is incredible. For me, I come in a little bit different of a background. I was addicted to drugs very young and a very accomplished wrestler, but it led me down a road of drug trafficking and led me to 2.5 years in prison. So I abused my body, probably overdosed a few times, somehow survived. So there's a lot of abuse, swallowing drugs as well to traffic them from Colombia to Spain. And so there was a lot of wear and tear in my body. I'm honestly not supposed to be alive, but by the grace of God, I'm here. I got out of prison. I broke into the UFC, and I broke into the top 10. My second fight, I was ranked number 9 in the world. I took out 2 big guys, Cesar Ferreira, Antonio Carlos Jr., and then I just fought top 10 guys all from the beginning. And then I had some losses. I lost some big fights to Kelvin Gastelum, a close decision, Derek Brunson. And, I started noticing my health deteriorating. When I got out of prison, I had this weird skin stuff on my leg. And they said it was folliculitis, but every time I was stressed out, it would turn into staph. And I'm seeing a lot more people get this. Well, the doctors prescribed me antibiotics over and over, to the point where I had blood in my stool for over a year. And I went to the doctor. I got a colonoscopy. I woke up. They said, "Oh, it's from stress." That's what they told me. Do this suppository. Don't change your diet. Don't worry about nothing. And thankfully, I met my wife, who's a nurse at a functional medicine clinic, who took my labs, found out I had ulcerative colitis, which I healed through diet. I had a Hashimoto, a terrible thyroid, which it was hypoactive, and I was lethargic. I was tired. I just thought I was getting old. I'd be so tired to go to practice. And then when I would get there, like after I get the adrenaline going, I would be okay. And so I've been dealing with this stuff. It made me gain weight. It made me not recover as well. There was a lot of issues. Well, my last fight, I took a good blow to the head. And also probably a lot of the drug abuse is making me more susceptible to concussions. I had some issues with that. Came back to training pretty early, took a good head kick, got dropped in practice, terrible symptoms for like 5 weeks. Came back to practice a little bit too early, took another shot, and man, it spiraled me. I mean, for 6 months, I had headaches. I had dizziness, and I had a fight coming up in February. I was supposed to fight Sam Alvey. It was a great fight for me. And, I had to pull out of that fight, and I kept trying to train through it. I was trying to push through it like an idiot. And to the point where I was like slurring my words, where it was like, wow, okay, I can't go to the gym. I have to recover. And it was some dark times, man, really. And, I went and got an MRI. All normal doctors, all they did was an MRI. Doesn't show anything. I found a holistic neurologist who we did a brain mapping where he saw some it's basically an image like this. And he saw some huge interruptions right here. We did some therapy, and I was about to call it a career. I was like, maybe this is it. God's changing my career. And I got on a call with Eric Anders. I saw he just went down and got stem cells. And I was like, man, did that really help you? And then I got a call with Chipsa, and you tell your mom and my wife was all about it, because you're going to get a freaking spinal tap in Tijuana. It looks and sounds dangerous. And And but my wife was all about it. She's heard about the research, the science. I called my functional medicine doctor. He said, go for it. That is the best thing. I was blessed. I got sponsored by a cryptocurrency to go down there and pay for it because I hadn't fought in a year. So it was struggling a little financially. I went down. It was 5-star. I got picked up in a big sprinter van, Mercedes sprinter van, taken to a nice hotel. The nurse was so amazing doing the treatment. And then, you lay on the table and it was scary. It hurt, but she hit me with some good meds that they really eased everything about it. And it was crazy when I got the stem cells. The next morning, my head felt like it was going to explode. And every single injury, like all my old injuries, hurt so bad. And it went away pretty quick. They gave me some good, just some Tylenol, really treated me, made sure I was comfortable the entire time. They did such a good job. I came back home, I didn't feel anything right away. And then after 2.5 months, I was in the gym. I am now sparring again. My head is, I still every now and then will get a headache, but for the most part, my head is 100% better. And then I started feeling my heart race, and I got really sick the other week. I got COVID and then turned pneumonia. And I was like, geez, like I couldn't catch a break. I went and got my labs drawn, and I noticed my heart was racing a lot. Like I didn't have good cardio, and because I cut my thyroid medicine in half because I could feel the difference, that I wasn't crashing. I could tell it was being healed. And so when I got the labs back, my hypothyroid now flipped to hyper. And I asked my doctor, why would it do that? And she said that you're probably completely healed your thyroid through the stem cells. And now you're taking medication unnecessarily, which if any of you guys took medication, you would your heart would race because you don't need it, because your thyroid is producing what it needs. Because mine was underactive, which makes you fatigued and also makes you your heart race because when you're hypo, you get fatigued and you gain weight. When you're hyper, your heart races and you're really skinny, you cannot gain weight. So I flipped it. I'm completely off my medication about 5 days now, and I feel amazing. And it's just a blessing to see. It took some time. I think I'm 4 months out, but wow, now I am really feeling the results. And I was talking to my other doctor too, and talking with you guys, these stem cells can last up to 6 months, a year. They can continue to heal you. So it's important that you make strong lifestyle changes as well. But yeah, Chipsa Medical Center was life-changing. And not only that, to be around cancer patients, to be around people that are in stage 4 cancer, and you're complaining, oh, I got this injury, this and that. And you see these people, so encouraging, such a positive attitude. I was fortunate enough, Scott brought me up there to be able to share my testimony, but it almost affected me more hearing their testimonies, because the stuff they are dealing with, it is just an amazing energy going there. Everyone wants to get healed. Everyone's positive about healing. And it's a nice part of Tijuana. And man, I would love to go back.
Well, man, congratulations on your success. It's really awesome for us to hear that you're doing so good with that and so life-changing. And yeah, stem cells, they go throughout the body wherever they find inflammation, and they work on healing where they find that information, man. So I'm so glad that you get to, continue your career and keep doing that.